Haebang means independent and Chon means town.
Hey, take a look at this burger. Yo, check this out. A lot of these villas, they have like, it looks like persimmon. Yo, look at that. Today, I'm gonna take you on a tour of one of my favorite neighborhoods in Seoul. It's called Haebangchon. I've seen Haebangchon evolve from a not so trendy area to a hub of multiculturalism where foreigners and locals are hanging out. So let's take a tour of Haebangchon and see why this area is so special to both foreigners and to Koreans. Yeah, so Haebangchon is usually known for its like friendly atmosphere and like very multicultural vibe. Here in Haebangchon, you can find anything from like cozy cafes to a multiplicity of international restaurants. It just has a really comfortable vibe for Koreans and for foreigners. Okay, so let's walk around Haebangchon and take a look at some of my favorite places to visit here in this part of Seoul. And here is one of my favorite cafes to come to in Haebangchon. So as soon as we walk inside, we can see they have assorted sandwiches and different kinds of platters that you can buy, along with like different juices. Can't really see the menu, but the prices here aren't bad at all. See that it's super wide here. Like the space is very nice and open. And there's also an outside area for you to come outside and sit with your friends. I'm gonna get a chance to interview the owner of the cafe. Why did you start this cafe?
I like coffee. I need every morning coffee. So I think I need a coffee shop. So I'm starting coffee.
What is the best item on the menu?
My best menu is Pollux latte. Pollux latte is we blending milk, so more good flavor. It's only ice latte. It's very good.
Look at my friends. They already have their food. They're stuffing their faces without me. Well, I got chocolate chip cookie and I got one of their specialty lemonades. And let me tell you, I love chocolate chip cookies. This cookie just looks so premium, looks very amazing. Like, look at how big it is. Oh my goodness. Let's try this lemonade. You can say what you want about cafes in Korea. Maybe some of them are a bit overpriced, but I have never had a bad lemonade at any Korean cafe. But this one here, woo, very, very refreshing. The cookie is very crunchy. Yo, I can't do this. I can't eat this cookie with a fork. There we go. Damn good. My two friends, one is Korean, one is Mongolian, and they're having a business conversation in English. Look at this entire setup. It is just so cool. But another thing that I absolutely love about Haebangchon is the like setup of all of the villas. So Haebangchon is like actually on a hill. So whenever you come into this neighborhood, if you're ever going to one of your friends' houses like me, you're always constantly walking up a hill. You're walking forever and ever and ever. Even though you might get tired walking up the hill, the vibe and just the setup of the villas just reminds you of kind of like old Korea, but also very calm and also very peaceful. So we can walk through these very narrow streets. And as a lot of you know, that I love narrow streets because they're so cozy. Make me feel very safe and very secure. Yo, check this out. A lot of these villas, they have like, it looks like persimmon, or how do you say it? Persimmon trees. Gives this place, this neighborhood, a lot of flair. Forever, forever, forever walking up the hill in Haebangchon. This is the one thing that I don't like about this area. But other than that, it's so freaking cool. So Haebangchon also is going through a redevelopment phase, just like many other parts of Seoul. So a lot of the people who used to live here, some of them have moved out because I've heard that the rent is becoming a little bit more expensive than it used to be. People are moving to different areas, or they're actually renting bigger apartments and getting roommates. So each person can divide up their rent and they can very comfortably live in one apartment which is really cool because Haebangchon has a lot of like 3-bedroom apartments. I even think some apartments here or some villas are actually 4 bedrooms. Yo, look at this. That's so amazing. I love how these villas are constructed. I love how they sit in the street. I love how narrow it is. And look, you can see people walking up here, up to the roof. Let's go up there and see if we can get a good view too. Very cool. This is a handmade hat shop. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. 𝐎𝐧 𝐒𝐲. This hat shop on top has the roof that we're going to visit. I don't think you have to visit the hat shop in order to go upstairs, or maybe you do. Okay, so we can't go upstairs because that place is only for people renting the studio. So we have to find another way to get to a high vantage point so we can see the amazing view of Haebangchon. Oh, look at that. What a view of Namsan Tower in the background. See if we can zoom into that. Yo, this is sick. Just walking down the street. Wonderful view, wonderful. Like, this neighborhood just has its own special vibe about it. I remember when I first came to Seoul from the countryside, when I came to visit with my friends, we went only to Itaewon to hang out. And I think it wasn't until like maybe closer to my second year when I actually found this area called Haebangchon. And to be honest, like, this area has changed a lot. I remember it wasn't as chic, it wasn't as clean as it is now. It was a very interesting neighborhood is what I can say. The thing that hasn't changed about Haebangchon, and that will never ever change, are the hills, or is the hills. It's so hilly here. So when you're coming to this area, like, be prepared to do a lot of walking on the incline, because I think, yeah, if you want to really experience Haebangchon, if you really want to like see all there is to offer, you have to just walk around the entire neighborhood. You just can't stay on the main area where we were earlier. You need to walk up the hills and explore all of the alleys and the narrow ways in the neighborhood, because there's just like so much stuff here to see. And if you're really exploring, then you can find like some really nice hidden cafes and restaurants. I love seeing this in Korea. I just love seeing like clothes hung out on the line. Just reminds me of my childhood. Another really cool thing here about Haebangchon is that the community of expats is really close. Like, I have so many friends who are part of my sports organization who live here, and they know like everyone in this area, like all the expats, they know all the other expats, excuse me. And yeah, it just seems like the community is really closely knit. So all of the people here, they know about like the different kinds of activities and events that are happening, which the restaurants and other pubs and places like that, they usually have. There's always some kind of event where there's going to be a discount on food, or there's going to be some kind of activity where you can win some prizes in this neighborhood. One of the residents of Haebangchon is going to give us a little history lesson about the area, how it was in the past and what it's turned into today.
Haebang means independent and Chon means town. So it's Haebangchon means independent town. Because back in around like 1950, when we had war between South and North Korea, some North Koreans come down this specific town and settle down. So that's why the area name called Haebangchon. And actually, my father's side of family were from North Korea, and they settled down here. But back then, up until like 1990s or almost like 2000, this area is actually very poor area. And right next to it, there's like a big U.S. military base. Now they moved down to Pyeongtaek. So before they moved down to Pyeongtaek, there are so many military guys also living in this area, some illegal workers as well. But now it turned into a very like one of the hip areas in Seoul. So you can see many international people, young Koreans who wants to experience a multicultural restaurants and vibe.
Okay, so this is where Haebangchon excels, nightlife and restaurants. So as we're walking and the sun is going down, you're gonna see a lot more people starting to come out and go to like all of the restaurants and like photo shops and things like that on this main road. And this is a Sunday night, so usually on a Saturday night it's really packed. So this place here called Fat Cat is a really nice sandwich shop. You can get like American style sandwiches here that like blow your mind. I ate here once before and I just loved every bite of everything that I ordered. So definitely want to come back here and grab something to eat. And they just opened like, what is this? An Italian restaurant right next to Fat Cat. Okay, and I know this is gonna be good because I don't think here in Haebangchon there are any bad restaurants. Everything is like really tasty. This is why this area is like one of the hottest spots for Koreans and foreigners to hang out in Seoul. I remember when this grocery store used to be an all vegan grocery store, but now they changed it to just like a general grocery store. But when it was like a vegan grocery store, oh my goodness, it was crazy packed. But now there's a grocery store here, but there's also like a cafe. And that's like one of the trends that's happening I've seen in Korea. A lot of like the all-purpose stores are also like doubling up as cafes now. So you're always going to be able to find your Americano wherever you go. Pizza restaurant has like so many nice pizzas, so tasty. And also there's like steak, there's chicken, there's different salads. You can get so many amazing foods here at this pizza restaurant. I really love it. It's called Pizza O. Really, the most happening or hip area of Haebangchon is just this main street. So from the beginning, from the entrance of Haebangchon, you can just go all the way up this street, like all the way to the top. Maybe you can walk for about 20 minutes and there are nothing but cafes and nice international restaurants all the way up, and even a really nice view of Namsan Tower. This is a nice cigar bar. You can't really see on the inside, but they've got all kinds of spirits and things on the inside. I don't drink alcohol, but this place looks super classy, and they've got cured meat on the inside. Okay. Here is a gift shop where you can buy like different kinds of souvenirs and things. I don't know exactly what's in there, but I can see like candles, and there are some shirts, there are plates. And I love how it's Sunday night, tomorrow's Monday, the beginning of the week, and everyone should be like resting and have energy for, you know, starting the new week. But so many people are out here in Haebangchon going to restaurants and cafes and like dating and stuff. It's just like, wow, like Seoul really never sleeps. Okay, while this area here is not really connected to Haebangchon, there are still some really nice cafes and bars and restaurants around here, and it's very close to Haebangchon. So Haebangchon is just across the street over there. You cross the street over here, and then you're also in this really like trendy kind of like vintage style area with these nice restaurants. Like look at this restaurant here is super nice. Wow, look at the lighting there. Wow. Look at how premium these burgers look.
It's a very special burger.
Wow.
He doesn't use any other vegetable but onions.
No radish, only onions? Take a look at this burger. Wow, this is amazing. Take a look at this. It's a monster. It's a monster. All right, so this burger only has onions and jalapenos and cheese. Super amazing. Probably the best burger I've had this year. No, definitely this year. That was a really cool trip around Haebangchon, and now I finished the trip with like, eating a burger here at this really amazing restaurant called Burger Snack, and I just met some cool people just randomly here at the burger restaurant. Anyways, Haebangchon, an area you definitely need to come and explore because there are so many amazing, interesting things to do. Go to cafes, go to restaurants, take a walk around the residential area, just be at peace. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about the video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. next one. Take care. Love you all. Stay hydrated. Peace. Oh, that was a perfect one that time.